welcome to Frank, the show where all the stories are true stories told with frank honesty and lots of laughs. All the guests secretly members of the Illuminati and the Hollywood foreign press, and all of the props stolen from the Louvre. My name is Kat Davidson, and I'll be your sat-nav through the wonderful worlds of these talented and fearless guests. Today's show is On the Road, tales of high adventure, pool tables, crazed bees and possible messiahs. My first guest is 612 ABC Brisbane's Rebecca Levingston. She made the obvious jumps from traffic announcer to producer to host, and has charmed, supported and entertained her statewide evenings audience until she recently leapt athletically into the drive chair. To us, she's the warmth behind the microphone. To her beloved husband, Bubba and dog, she's the giver of hugs, and to her mates, she's Beck. G'day, Beck.
Hello, Kat. Let's be honest, I've probably annoyed a few people as well in some of those areas that you mentioned. We don't have to focus on it or dissect it, but that was a very lovely intro. Thank you.
You're very welcome. We ignore those people. They're not relevant to us here
yes.
at 31 Digital. We only have Beck lovers on the program and watching the program. Sitting beside her is Jenny Wynter. I've long believed she is one of many clones. No one human could be all of the things she is. She's a cabaret performer, comedian, mama of three, improviser, traveller, blogger, carer and writer. She does all of that while having good hair and a heart the size of Texas. G'day, Jenny.
That's the best intro I've ever heard, and I'd like to steal it from my bio.
Done.
That's okay.
Done. If we get nothing else out of tonight,
Thank
nailed
you.
it.
It's been a success already. Yeah,
I'd like to steal it from my bio too, if that's okay.
Of course, naturally. Beck, speaking of which, you are usually on the other side of the microphone. Are you comfortable being interviewed?
Well, I'm worried that my stories won't live up to expectations because, that's what you want when you have a guest sitting in a studio with you, is you want them to be their best version of themselves and tell a really good story. I hope my story is good enough tonight. It is true, and I will tell it in a very frank way. So,
and you take us across Ireland, you take us across time and through the pain barrier.
That's true.
Wow.
And there's beer involved.
I said that I would only do this show if there was beer involved.
Yes.
That was the whole thing. Now, Jenny Wynter, you are so many things to so many people.
Oh.
What do you do in your huge amounts of spare time?
Oh my goodness, my spare time. I don't even remember what that is. Well, what I do actually is I read fitness magazines and I join gyms that I never go to. It's always this illusion of the new and improved me, and I'm fascinated. I can't believe that you can't just get fit by osmosis by just reading about how to do it.
I've never actually read a fitness magazine just because the cover image is enough for me to go,
no, that's what makes it good. And
really?
Because it's so inspiring and it gives you such practical, helpful tips.
If you're already an athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it makes you believe that you could be, and that you could be that too. And it's got all these success stories about people that were this, that then become that. And it's just, I love it for the hope. That's why you're buying it. You're buying it because you're buying hope.
I like to read those while eating chocolate biscuits.
Yeah.
At it.
In your face fitness. Yeah, I've wasted a lot of money in my life on gym memberships. Every now and again I've gone through a burst where I actually do go, but I'd say probably 80% of the time I've just paid a kind of a monthly bunch of money to the fitness gods.
I've taken it on the road, which is the title of the program, and an interesting segue from me. I run. I like to run. I'm a solo. I'm out there.
How did you get started? Like, how did you start
slowly?
Running? Yeah.
So slowly. I actually got heckled from a moving car. And I had headphones in so I didn't hear it properly. And I thought they were being mean to me because I could hear young men yelling at a car, and I thought they were going to say something about my weight or something. And I took the headphone out, and it was this guy leaning out the passenger window going, "Come on, sweetheart!
Yay!
And they waited till I got to the top of the hill, and they were all just out of the car cheering. It was
life
life-affirming. It was beautiful.
That is awesome.
I am concerned though because there is like a running invasion that is taking over the world. Everyone is running. I don't entirely understand why, but people are running. I rang my best mate the other day. It was Sunday morning. I had not even gotten out of my pajamas. I had barely achieved breakfast. I rang her. I said, well, "Hey, what are you doing?" She said, "Oh, I've just run a marathon."
Whoa.
I went, "It's Sunday morning. This is what she does for pleasure." And the more that I tap into this world, there are many, many people like her and like you.
It's addictive.
Is it?
It's very addictive.
At what point does it become addictive?
When it
I've
stops
tried
being incredibly painful.
See, because
I
I
know.
never get past that point. Like, I have tried it, the most I've done is probably 3 times in a row. And that's using one of those apps too that's coaching you along, and I just can't get past the painful point. But I have you used the zombie app where it sounds like zombies are chasing you?
I've heard about it, but I'm frightened by it.
I think
have
that would help me. That would help me. Or something cinematic. Or if you could hang like a little Johnny Depp on a stick and in front of you, and like that's what I need. Like,
I'm running to you, Johnny.
yeah.
My darling husband has a very vivid imagination. He was running, and we live in a very hilly area, and he decided that he would pretend he was being chased by zombies and actually do all the motions, and then came around a corner and there were school kids, and there's this 38-year-old guy going, "Ooh, oh, I'll get
Sorry.
kids." Oh, this is awkward. My name's Kat Davidson. The program you're watching is called Frank. Rebecca Levingston and Jenny Wynter are my guests. After the break, Rebecca's going to take us on a journey back in time and across the world to Ireland. Are you a big traveller, Beck?
I've done some big trips in my life, yeah. I lived in Japan for a while, I lived in the UK, and I lived in America for a year in Phoenix, Arizona. That was for work, but
Wow.
I did a little bit of tripping while I was there. But no, the story from Ireland is part of the usual backpacking stint that lots of people do, and it was memorable for right and wrong reasons, Kat.
We'll be back after the break.